Camponotus ants, also known as carpenter ants, species of this ant genus are often seen as pests by many people around the world, since they often nest in houses and can cause serious damage to wooden structures while they expand the chambers of their ant nests. However, for us ant keepers around the world, these fascinating insects are a delight not only to watch in the wild, but also to keep as our pet ants. Now, while your personal reasons for keeping them may vary, here are some of the most common arguments for keeping Camponotus ants as pets. They are polymorphic. Therefore, Camponotus queen ants can produce huge major ants that not only look cool but are there to defend the colony when a danger arises. Also, depending on their origin, Camponotus ants come in many vibrant colors. And with over 1,000 species in this genus, there is a good chance for you to come across a local Camponotus ant colony if you haven't already had the chance to do so. Today, I invite you to join me in an activity known as ant watching for lovers of the ant keeping hobby, while I update you on an excellent and easy to keep species, Camponotus Nicobarensis. Hello and welcome back to the Ants Vienna Ant channel. If you are new here or are watching us for the first time, here we cover everything you need to know if you keep ants as pets or if you aspire to be an ant keeper in the future. And if you're one who watches my videos regularly and have been waiting for more, I have good news for you. I'm currently working on multiple projects and videos on them are due soon, so expect a nice dose of ant content coming up on Ants Vienna this ant season. As you can see, what I have here is a flourishing colony of Camponotus Nicobarensis ants. These ants are known for being a very beginner-friendly, exotic ant species. Now, when you first start ant keeping, I personally suggest you start with a native ant species, since ants living in your neighborhood have the innate advantage of being accustomed to the local climate, namely the temperature and humidity that governs your region, which in turn will give you an easier time as a beginner to start up the hobby. On the contrary now, exotic ants can sometimes be more difficult to keep successfully in captivity, since they might require special conditions in order for their colonies to grow properly. However, that trade-off is offset due to the fact that they also often come with some perks. Take my Camponotus nicobarensis here as an example. They have the advantage that they do not need hibernation in the winter months. This means that you get to watch them in action all year long as their keeper, and that they grow relatively fast if I would compare them to native ant species. Personally, I also love their orange color, since here in Austria I have yet to encounter a species with such a bright, unique appearance. Now, before I show you how much my colony has grown recently, I have a question for you. Do you keep Camponotus ants? And what do you like about them? Leave your comment below, as I read and answer every single one. Okay, let's have a better look around the current ant farm of my Camponotus nicobarensis pet ant colony. This is how they greet me every time I take off the top cover. They are either super nice or super hungry, and that's to be expected by such a huge colony. Anyway, let us change to the top view now. If you have been following me on Instagram, you may have noticed that there are now 3 test tubes in their setup. All of them pretty much full of brood and ants. I bet they would fill up even more tubes if I happen to place more of them inside. Now we will have a glance of the side view. Many ants occupy the liquid feeder, which dispenses water. That's a 16 ml feeder, by the way. Many of you have been asking me this. Also, this large black box you see on the right side is a wireless thermo and hygrometer sensor, when it was still functional, at least. Now, either the battery is out of power or the ants have messed up the wires inside. After all, they have completely occupied this piece of equipment and have been using it as a satellite nest for more than a year now. Now, I keep babbling about my colony, but what about you? Have you ever had ants behaving funny? What did they do? Let me know down in the comment section. In the background, you can see the ant-filled test tubes. Let me get you closer. The lower test tube is more of a living quarters for the worker ants, while the upper one serves as an incubation room. Look at all this brood! Eggs, larvae, pupa, you name it. Various ant feeders I put in their formicarium are also much frequented. By the time I open the lid, workers across the ant farm gather there, expecting food, no less. And once delivered, food vanishes only minutes afterwards. Be it honey water, sugar water, fruit, cucumber, ham, turkey, or spiders, these ants devour it all. That being said, they seem to have a soft spot for banana and grape, since there is always an uproar when I feed them those. What do you feed your ants? This rather hungry appealing behavior of my Camponotus Nicobarensis colony forces me to address the elephant in the room. They are in dire need of a Formicarium upgrade, mostly in terms of space. Both a bigger nesting area as well as a larger outworld would be ideal to give the ants some breathing room and space to expand within their ant farm. I am already working on a solution as we speak. So, if you are curious to see what I have planned for this cool exotic ant colony, subscribe and set that bell icon to all notifications so you don't miss what's coming. Meanwhile, if you're looking for a Formicarium to house your pet ant colony and are the crafty type, you may want to check out my ant farm DIY build tutorials that appear on your screen right now.